Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up? This is Lewis here, and in this video, I want to really talk about, I want to emphasize on why compound movements are superior to isolation type exercises such as machines, bicep curls, especially for beginners. This video is more for beginners and sort of maybe intermediate lifters who don't quite understand what they're doing but have been doing it for a while. This video is for you. Now, I can't exactly specify what an intermediate lifter is. There's sort of like a weird sort of in between, but if you've been lifting from anywhere between like sort of 1 to 2 to maybe even 3 years, and you're still doing isolation type exercises, and you're not growing, then this video is definitely for you. For advanced lifters, you probably already know this. You already know what you're doing. Advanced, obviously, like 3 plus years, maybe even like 5 plus years, whatever. So yeah, in this video I really want to emphasize on why compound movements are so much more superior to isolation type exercises. Now, a compound movement, let's sort of go over what a compound movement is for any of you guys who don't know what this is, for any of you beginners, and anyone who just doesn't know what a compound movement is, you probably should know what they are if you're an intermediate. But compound movements are multiple joint exercises. These are exercises which incorporate more than one muscle group at a given time. Examples of this are the bench press, which incorporate the triceps, the shoulders, the chest, and even the legs sometimes, and the abs. You got the deadlift, which just incorporates so many fucking muscles, it's unreal. Like your hamstrings, your legs, your glutes, your back, your traps, your biceps, loads of different sort of muscle groups there. And for example, again, the overhead press, which incorporates the deltoids, all of the delts, the triceps, the legs, things of that nature, and the glutes and the abs if you're doing it in a certain fashion. So yeah, and now we've got the isolation type exercises, which are obviously exercises which isolate the muscle groups. So we've got things like the chest fly, like the machine, or the dumbbells, which the only muscle they're using is your chest. You've got the bicep curls, which are obviously just using your biceps. You've got some tricep extensions. Basically anything that starts with the muscle is more than likely what is working. So like you got the lats and all this kind of stuff. Now, compound movements are superior because not only do they train more muscle fibers at any given time, so you're actually getting the most out of your workout, but they also release the most testosterone. And as we all know, testosterone is the hormone which allows us to grow muscle easier and faster. I'm not a fucking PhD. I don't know a million about, everything. I've only been lifting a year, but these are things that I know and that are tried and true, things that I actually know. And testosterone influences your protein synthesis, which is your ability to repair muscle. So do your compound movements, do them in a low rep range, so 5 to 7 reps, 5 to 8 reps. Get good form down, and you'll find that your gains are going to be so much faster than if you're just doing one muscle at a time, which isn't really releasing testosterone. You're more likely just to get a pump. You're not actually training the muscle to get stronger in a sense. Whereas with compound movements, not only are you incorporating like more than one muscle group, so you're actually getting the best of both worlds, really. But you're getting stronger at the same time. You're releasing more testosterone, and it's going to be so much more beneficial to you. And especially if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, please stay the fuck away from machines, at least for the first few months, or at least don't use machines as your primary exercises. Use compound movements, so deadlifts. The best compound movements are pull-ups, deadlifts, overhead press, bent over row, bench press, squats. What else we got? We got some lat pull down. That's kind of a compound movement. There's tons and tons of compound movements, but the main 5 that you want to focus on are the bench press, the squat, the deadlift, the overhead press, and the bent over row. Just to keep things simple. And start within the sort of 5 to 6 rep range, maybe a little bit higher, and progressively add weight every session until failure, basically. And keep pushing yourself to make 5 reps, and you're going to find that you're going to get stronger and grow so much faster than if you done loads of machines. You're not really going to get anywhere. You're not really training your muscle to get bigger. The best thing about compound movements is the fact that you can use progressive overload so much easier, because it's so much easier to be able to track the weights on a barbell than it is on the machine, which goes up in increments of 5 kg or 3 kg or sometimes even like 10 kg. if you can just be tracking your workouts with 1.25 kg, for example, which is 2.5 kg altogether. And obviously what you do is you progressively up that until you fail, and then keep going, and if you fail, obviously lower the weight, and then keep pushing yourself, eat a lot. And yeah, compound movements, the key to getting, you know, stronger, to getting bigger. And you know, in my opinion, machines are absolutely bullshit. If you want to get stronger, if you want to inflate your muscle, I guess the machine is right for that, because it's focuses more on sort of sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which is a little bit in depth. None of you beginners probably will know what I'm talking about. But machines focus more on like the fluid inside the muscle rather than the actual muscle itself. So do your compound movements, especially if you're a beginner. I would recommend focusing on compound movements, you know, completely. I'm trying to find the word. Try and, you know, focus on them completely, and just don't bother with the machines when you're starting off, because you really need to be doing your compound movements. You know, you got so much potential for growth. Why waste it on machines when you can be doing your compound movements, getting bigger, stronger, so much faster? So yeah, that's my video on that. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I would appreciate if you liked this video, commented, shared it with a friend if you feel like it would help them. Everything that I'm saying here is 100% true, and it's going to help you make gains much faster. You're going to build a better base doing this. Cheers for watching, guys. See you next time.